Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here, and today I am back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod. Now, today we find ourselves in a Separatist-occupied city. Now, this city has a Separatist base located directly next to it. And as you can see, the droid garrison of this base is actually marching forward into the city. So, basically, Commander Cody, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Boyle and Waxer have brought forward a portion of the 212th Attack Legion in their desert camo here, which is looking mighty fine, and a bunch of speeders, and they're basically attacking the city. So the droids decide to sally forth and meet them because they saw it wasn't a very sizable force. They thought they could get defensive positions inside the city and whatnot. It's a pretty basic tactical decision that a lot of historical, people have used actually to sally forth from a defensive position to meet an army that might not be able to actually attack you. It happened in the First Crusade, actually, in the Siege of Antioch. But regardless, the clones have a little sneaky beaky trick up their sleeve. They got stealth units and shadow troopers to sneak into the city walls and hide behind enemy lines and wait for the droid army to come on through. So now that these guys are actually behind enemy lines, they've poked up into these little small barricades and are ready to take on the droids as they walk by. So to recap, the droids are walking forward to attack Commander Cody. The stealth clones are going to pop up, and it is going to be absolute mayhem in this epic ambush battle. I'm super excited for it. I hope you guys are too. And without further ado, I'll be right back and we'll get this thing going. Alrighty then, you bad Larrys, let's go ahead and press start. But first, we're going to put it in slow mode because there's going to be a lot happening right off the bat here. Alright, pressing start now, and the ambush should basically begin. And yes, it is. The clones basically immediately start firing into these battle droids who are very, very close to him. These clones really snuck right next to the boyos. A bunch of droids going down very early. This ambush is already looking very effective as the clones are just annihilating a ton of their enemies. But the droids are reacting in turn and actually getting a few clone kills here and there. So it's not too bad in this section of the map, at the very least. A stop speeder looks like it just needs to rotate a little bit to get some shots off, but it's not doing that at the moment. Alright, checking down this alleyway, which is a much smaller attack for the clones, just a few troopers. One of them has died, but not too much is happening over here. Over this way, oh, this part of the ambush did not go too well. Tons of clones going down over here, and not that many droids. So this was a bit of a failure over this way, but not to worry, there's still some clones left alive over here that could clap back at some of these droids. Let's see, these guys that were closest to the entrance over here are actually doing very well. They've only lost a few clones, and it looks like they've killed a lot of droids, but they've also got the help of General Kenobi and the 212th Attack Legion, plus some bark speeders who are firing in at the enemy here. So these guys at the very front of the battle were definitely more well prepared than the others. Okay, shifting over here to a bit more of like the front of the base area. These clones are doing pretty well. They've definitely taken some substantial losses, but they've also taken out a lot of droids. Looks like one big grenade hit right there and took out a whole swath of droids. Wish we'd seen that. Also, lots of droids sort of falling back to these bunker defenses, sort of surrounding the sandbags, things like that. Oh, a ton of them have retreated back to the base, assisted by Lord Gonk. Lord Gonk has blessed these battle droids, apparently. We'll see if his blessings last, or if the Gonk man decides to change the tides of war. Alright, so why don't we go into normal speed here as Kenobi's troopers begin their march forward. Commander Cody leading the assault. Oh, a couple of actually bark speeders moving on in this way. This one seems to have gotten stuck on the mound, apparently. Oh, geez. Oh, a little bit of lag there. A couple more shadow troopers going down over this way, but they're still outputting some nice fire. So these stealth operations clones is what they're called. They're the guys. Here's one. The guys in a bit more gray armor. They're not actually shadow troopers. These are shadow troopers. These are stealth operation clones. And the stealth operation clones, you might recognize them from that episode where Anakin is piloting a new stealth craft that can basically go invisible. And these guys are basically clones tasked with learning how that ship operates and operating it themselves. I thought it'd be interesting to use them as a bit more of a ground unit in this instance, which they very well could have been used as ground units during the Clone Wars, during special operations like this. But we've just never seen them in that capacity. So, a little bit iffy on the lore there, but, you know, we're just gonna go with it, and it'll be fine. Alright, well, the droids seem to be just now wiping out the last of sort of the remaining ambush troopers. The ambush troopers did a heck of a job, honestly. They've seriously eliminated a ton of droids here, and just annihilated a whole bunch of them. So, props to the stealth operations guys, and now it's up to Obi-Wan and the 212th to finish off this droid army and capture the base. It's like passing the torch to the other clones. Oh yeah, I don't think there's going to be many Shadow Trooper or stealth operation survivors from this battle. Actually, if we look at the minimap right now, blue are the droids, red are the clone troopers. Clones aren't doing that bad in terms of numbers. When I was looking at the battlefield and realized that there was a lot of droids left, I was kind of thinking maybe a lot of the clones died, but there's still quite a number of them left alive in pretty good positions that the droids are going to have to fight back against. And the droids are actually sallying forth to take on the clones, which is definitely good for the clones because they're not getting into too big of defensive positions or anything like that. We have either Wax or a Boyle over here. That's Boyle right there. You can always tell it's Boyle because he's got the red arrow. That's how I remember now. Waxer and Boyle have such similar armor. It's really hard to distinguish. But he's leading a little bit of an assault over here with some of his troopers, firing over this hill, past this rubble, and into the droids. Good position. We've seen it before, actually, in use in some previous episodes on this map, because I have used the map before. Oh, and Cody, Obi-Wan, and Waxer are over here with a lot of troopers. Just kind of chilling. They are not helping in this battle in the slightest. Oh, AI in this game is rough, to say the least. That's okay, though, because Boyle is single-handedly taking on the droid army here, and he's doing actually a pretty good job, I'd say. Getting a good amount of kills on the droids who walk on in here, trying to push the advantage, but they're failing at the moment. Though, I mean, Boyle is losing some troopers, but nothing too abysmal quite yet. Also, it looks like a few droids over here might be firing at them. Seems like it, maybe. There's also a couple of Shadow Troopers over here who are keeping up the fight, it seems. Good for them. They've taken up hill positions up here. Not a bad spot to be. I love these kind of ambush battles. I need to do more of them. I haven't been doing them very often. They're super fun. I also need to do more pitched battles, you know, like one side attacking, the other side who's simultaneously attacking. Like, I do a lot of attack and defend, but not a ton of those pitched battles, and I think I need to get back on doing that. Ooh, we got a chain gunner here. These are the weakened versions of the chain guns, because in the latest update they were nerfed, which, I mean, I can't blame the developers, because those things were extremely powerful. But now they're a bit more tame. They still have really good fire output, which makes sense because they are chain guns. But they don't really like one hit like they used to, because they literally did one hit, which was nasty, nasty business. Obi-Wan is over here. He's decided to join Boyle. What's Commander Cody and Wax doing? They're still goofing around over here. It's like a little, like, pachinko machine. Every once in a while, one clone trooper gets out of the wall and actually joins the rest of the attack. Oh, geez. Wow, the droids are, like, really culminating over here. This is weird. Well, I guess the droids were never really known for their tactics. That grenade is going to be nasty. Oh, it actually wasn't that nasty. I thought it was going to be way better than it was, but it was just okay. Why are you all just chilling over here? This is so bizarre. Lots of grenade potential here, but the clones just haven't gotten that sweet spot yet. The first clone to, like, nail a grenade right here and the droids not be able to, like, throw it back, that's going to be absolutely epic. That's going to be amazing. Yeah, now these droids are getting slaughtered as more and more clones actually proceed forward this way. Cody has reinvigorated the clone attack and is leading them into battle. Ooh, Chain Gunner getting some nice fire off there. Oh, he walked into that grenade. I don't think he realized that's why all of his comrades were ducking away. Foolish man, clone. That's okay. Oh yeah, lots more clones coming this way, coming straight down the middle now. Cody and Waxer are back on track, I think. Obi-Wan booking it this way. There's a lot of droids over there. I don't think Obi-Wan realized it, but he's committed to the attack for some reason. He's gonna go down. There's no way. Bruh. How is he not dead? Jeez Louise. Bruh. What? Okay, he finally went down. You made it really, really far. Holy cow, Obi-Wan. Okay. For some reason, the Jedi really like to just sort of yeet themselves forward. I ain't about that yeet life. Oh, we got a couple of droids over here attacking the last remaining Shadow Trooper and Stealth Operations Trooper over here. Looks like they've been giving them some trouble, so the droids aren't exactly just yeeting themselves forward. They're coming into the Gonk Circle. They better be careful. That place is sacred. If you step foot in there and disrupt the Gonks, Gonk will not bless you. Alright, that Shadow Trooper drops to the ground. Clones over here now sort of gathering in these doorways. Maybe trying to bust down the door. Who knows? Heard a little bit of shooting over here. Not sure quite what happened. Are there clones around here or something? I don't know where the action is right now. These two clones are still alive over here. There's still like a few ambushers just in various positions. Alright, so if we look at the minimap right now in the top left, blue are clone troopers, red are droids, and I think the clones have actually evened the odds a little bit here. So the droids are going to be hard-pressed to fully wipe these clones without being backed up to their base, I think. I think the droids will inevitably fall in the city, but then maybe they have a chance of winning in the base itself. But we'll see, because the clones could totally just screw up here and get stuck in some choke point and totally get smushed in the city. We never really know with the clones. Or should I say the AI, because the clones in general, you know, in lore are very, very good, very clever soldiers, but in this game, it's a little bit more loosey-goosey. We never really know what's going to happen. Oh, but these guys do look sweet in that, it's actually Geonosis armor, but I just call it desert armor, because I don't want to only use it on Geonosis, because it's so cool looking. I honestly do think, you know, just because we saw it on Geonosis doesn't mean that the clones didn't use it on other desert planets, because it's perfect for sand environments and things like that, you know? It's a very good texture for that. Good camo. Very nice. Alright. Not really too much, like, actual fighting going on. Still kind of just shots being shot out towards the clones this way, through this little hallway that's blocked, but other than that, not tons really happening. Ooh, a couple Shadow Troopers giving this end a try. Actually, one of them's got a DC-15X. We know that guy could tear it up if he is given the chance, the right opportunity. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Mom spaghetti. Yeah, there's actually a pretty solid amount of troopers over here, but they're not really attacking forward too much. I think the clones would gain from not just trying to break down this door with like 20 people. Guys, I don't think you're gonna get it. If 20 of you cannot break down this door, I don't think it's gonna happen. It's just a hunch, you know? It's probably made of obsidian blocks. Did you bring your diamond pickaxe, perchance? Alright, still random clones dying through this little peephole area. Probably still droids dying around here, too. A lot of tit-for-tat fighting right now. Nothing too substantial. Just little by little. Hey, a little grenade out there. No one to connect with, though. Sad. Very sad. Yeah. Not a ton happening. Oh, the droids are actually doing a push over here for once. Nice, good to see. Shadow and Stealth Troopers, though, knocking them out. Actually, a few of Obi-Wan's troops are over here, too. Oh, look at this guy. Look at him go. The droids don't notice him. He could get some kills. Oh! He got killed. But he did some damage, so he knocked those droids down a peg. Alright, and these guys getting a nice little finishing kill on him. The avenge kill. Well done. Sick. There's actually a good amount of droids over here. Oh, these two finally died. Gonk must not be pleased that his friends perished. Yeah, there's a sizable amount of droids. These guys could make a serious assault if they all committed, but right now they're just sort of going in twos and threes, and that's not amounting to too much over there. This is still ridiculous. Alright. If these clones don't figure out a way around that rock, I am going to remove the rock, probably. But for now, we're having entertainment in other directions and areas. What is this? They're trying to shoot through the buildings at the clones, but they're not being successful. Oh! Looks like some droids rebounded a grenade back at the clones. That'll teach them. Oh, here we go. This guy's getting a nice grenade off. A saucy one. But it gets rebounded back into some rebar up there. Rebounded into rebar. Alright, a little curious clone over here. That's gonna be a mistake. Unless the droids don't notice you. What? You've never played Tuber Simulator? He was going to investigate what happened to Obi-Wan. He gets a kill? How is he not dead? Good sir. Now he's healing. This guy's a champ. How many kills you got, bud? One. Okay, so he's only gotten the one, but like a pretty impressive one, I gotta say. Alright, still lots of shots getting shot into walls over here, and still grenades getting thrown out this way. Not much happening there. Oh, a couple more clones joined this guy. Bruh. I don't think that was him. Oh, that might have been him. Unless this was him. No, that's not him. One of these two was him. Sad. Oh, but more joining in this little assault over this way. For some reason, these droids won't turn and kill them. That's a little weird. A little weird there. Alright, here's the deal. Alright, a LAAT, you know, ship carrier, multi-purpose ship carrier. Skirt. It's coming in. It's going. It goes ahead and finds those rocks, and it picks them up, and it goes. So Republic Air Support has come in to remove the rocks, and now Commander Cody tried to lead his assault in, and he dies, and then he blows up, leaving only his head as remnants. Oh my goodness, that's dark right there. But the rest of the clones pile on in here, really taking advantage of Cody's sacrifice and the Republic's support. Boyle's in there trying to avenge his comrade. He dives to the ground as a grenade goes off. He's still alive, but he ends up getting gunned down. Now an MITR machine gunner is trying to fill that gap in the clone army, but multiple clones go down in this choke point. Droids coming in trying to fill that gap too. It's like a battle for this tiny little alleyway. So weird and so insignificant when there are so many other routes they could be taking, but instead they're going this way. Waxer is still committed to trying to break down this door. You gotta admit, the kid's got guts. Trying to break down the same door for 20 minutes. My man. Alright. Clones might have taken ownership of this alleyway? No, not quite. They're still getting shot at. This is tough. It's actually the droids at the base right now shooting at them. This guy's got some range on him. Not bad. That's actually really far.
Enemy contact.
Hot diggity dang. Alright. Clone forces are seriously dwindling. This ambush may very well be a failure here. Shadow Trooper over this way. Actually making some progress. Good to see. This was a nice little flank by the Shadow Trooper. Good timing, but he did end up going down. Maybe if he had a few more troops supporting him, that would have amounted to a bit more, but apparently this door still needs to be broken down. Alright, Waxer pushing in with some more soldiers. He's given up on the door, actually. They're getting in there. They're not getting a ton of fire out, though, which is, I think, the real problem. Oh, there we go. That was a good mount. Waxer goes down. We are out of clone leadership now. We are just down to standard clone troopers. A couple of clones choosing to heal in the alleyway. boys, I don't think that's a very wise decision, but you do you. Maybe if leadership were there, they'd be like, hey, stop it. But sadly, they're all dead. Rip the dream. Still, okay, there's a good 30 or 40 clones left alive. If we take a look at the minimap real quick, blue are the droids, red are the clones. Clones they have a shot. I'll give them that. They've got a shot as long as they can finally just breach this little trap they find themselves in. This is really holding them back right now. This is brutal. This is a toughie. What happened to those speeders? Speeders, I think, got broken down over here or something. So let's exit their crew out of them. They must have been damaged or just gotten stuck on the terrain or whatever. So we'll get the crew out of those so they can, at the very least, like, join in the battle. We'll get these stragglers forward a little bit. Once you start verging on 20 minutes in the video, I think it is best to just sort of help out the AI in certain places, or else I think it gets a little monotonous for viewers. So, and my whole objective here is to entertain, and I'd rather do that than to have complete realism, and I think you guys know that at this point, so I think it'll be okay. Alright, big push right now from the clones. A bunch of them going down. They're getting a little bit of fire output out right now. I don't know if they're getting any kills per se, but at least they're giving it the old college try. Let's see. Actually, they're getting some good suppression out on the droids at the very least. I'm not seeing too many shots connecting and killing. Not in this bunker over here, and this bunker also doesn't really have any dead droids, and the sandbags don't, so this isn't really amounting to too much for the clones. At least they're alleviating some of the pressure on them by suppressing the droids, but it's not really taking care of the problem.
Right away, General.
That being that they refuse to give up on this choke point and continue to kill themselves. Sad. Here's all the clone pilots who were utilizing those speeders. These guys look pretty sick too. Yeah, these guys look dope. I dig it. Someone told me in the comment section that actually the clone pilots are some of the best trained ground soldiers, and that clone pilots were actually picked from ground soldiers to be pilots. I'm not sure if that's true or not, because it doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, a lot of Star Wars lore doesn't necessarily make sense, but if you think about it, like, to be a pilot, I feel like requires a lot of technical skill and training. So wouldn't clone troopers just be bred from birth to be pilots instead of, you know, going through ground combat training, then having to succeed in ground combat training, and then going into pilot training? I don't know. It just seems a little counterintuitive to me. Maybe it's true. I mean, I guess it makes sense that if you are a skilled ground soldier, that you would be simultaneously skilled at air combat, you know, just quick reflexes, survivability, that kind of a thing, but I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. I think it... well, the Republic does do a lot of stupid things with their structure. I mean, having Jedis, peacekeepers, be all of their generals. I don't know about that one, but I guess it's okay. Made for a good TV series. Oh, there's Waxer. Sad. And then Cody's head's over here. Sup, Codester? How you doing? And then Boyle died over here too, right? Yeah, there's Boyle. Boyle made it pretty far. Obi-Wan made it the farthest out of the generals. Alright. Last sort of remaining clone forces here are staggering on in. They're still getting some fire out. Have they gotten any kills on these chaps? There's one dead droid on this sandbag. None in that bunker. None in this bunker. Yeah, there's still 2 stealth operation soldiers over here. They just were never discovered, I guess, and they never attacked. Still a lot of droids down these alleyways over here. There's a few clones over this way. Ooh, big attack going on right now. What is this? There's still a stop speeder alive? Why, I never really noticed that. Okay. Interesting. Lots more skirmishing going on as the last few remaining clone forces here take on the droid army. Not sure how it'll go here, but it's possible we see a dub. For the clones. If they really pull things together. Alright, I'll be real here. I'm getting pretty pessimistic about this. I don't see this going super well for the last remaining clones. Unless the droids keep on attacking. I mean, the droids have been sort of pushing forward, and in those instances, the clones seem to be coming out on top. But when the droids, you know, sort of defend, the clones seem to really be on the losing side. And that's actually true for a lot of the Clone Wars. The clones were overall, I'd say, a very defensive-oriented military. You kind of have to be when you're going up against, you know, 100 times your numbers in terms of the droid army versus the clone army. But, I mean, the clones certainly could attack. We saw that with, like, the 501st Legion was attack-oriented. But, I think overall, the clones excelled at defense versus attack. Which isn't exactly very good when you're fighting separatists. You know, people who want to be moving away from your union. It's never good to be in the defensive position during that because, you know, you're supposed to be attacking. Like, you know, Abraham Lincoln, basically had to attack the South during the Civil War, and all the South had to do was defend, which obviously at the Battle of Gettysburg was, as many argue, was Robert E. Lee's biggest mistake of all time, because, you know, he didn't really have to attack, and if he had simply defended, and, you know, people argue that, oh, they needed supplies from the North, they needed to push the advantage while they had it, things like that. But in reality, if he had just kept hunkering down and defending, he would have withered away at the Union Army and potentially won the war if Abraham Lincoln hadn't gotten his stuff together. Instead, he attacked, and being the separatists, you know, they didn't want the Union land, but the Union land wanted the Confederates to rejoin the Union, so them attacking really had no purpose for their military. And for the Union, it was like God sent. You know, they could finally play defensive and get this big victory. You know, and then go on to recapture all that land after the Confederate Army was sort of smashed to smithereens. Well, they weren't totally done, but they didn't have the same force they used to, and they certainly weren't going to be able to attack any more after that. Alright, that was a tangent, for sure. The clones, things are quieting down. There's one major squad here who's still trying to bust down this door. And I'm just going to send them forward because they're really not doing anything. I won't send them, like, directly. Well, we'll send them through this alleyway because I feel like that's... Well, no, I don't want to suicide them in, so... I feel like that would be kind of suicidal, so... We'll send them out this way. And yeah, like last remaining clones, you guys sort of join up over here. And we're going to do one last sort of attack here. Droids have the outer entrance totally covered right now. Ooh, a little bit of shots getting fired as one clone sort of peeped out that area. Oh, a couple of clones, a couple of shadow troopers I was bringing forward did get caught in this center area. They're putting up a fight and getting some shots off with their DC-15A, but they're getting kind of crushed under the weight of the droids from afar. That's tough. Alright, this last little clone army, we're gonna just attack forward. Try to... I don't know if they'll be able to get to that defensive position, but we'll have them try. They're getting kind of gutted here. Oh, yeah. Okay, that didn't work. Alright, last remaining clones, we're gonna call the retreat. We're gonna call the retreat, because there's just no way to beat the droids at this point. And check out the droid numbers. They still got all sorts of defenses. They've got like 8 Lord Gonks in here. This is a bit of a lost cause, I'd say, for the clones. They put up a heck of a fight though. Um, and man, I'm somewhat disappointed, to be honest, because I really wanted to see the ambush just totally win out. Because ambushing is dope. But it's also kind of cool to see people survive an ambush too. So I'm actually I'm half disappointed because I wanted to see the ambushers win and just be a mass slaughter. But I'm also kind of happy because it's cool to see that kind of resistance. Oh, I forgot about these two. Yeah, you guys can run away too if possible. Oh, one tried running and got shot. How about you? Can you make it? No, he got pegged too. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, my boys. All right, let's check out the losses here real quick. So yellow are dead clone troopers. Red are dead droids. Droids took a lot of losses, but less than the clones. For sure, this is a huge makeup of the clone army. Also, over here was pretty extreme in terms of losses. Over here. Clones took losses everywhere. So did the droids. I would say the droids probably took less losses. They did have that defensive advantage and that fortress at the end. And the clones, really, if they had just sent more troopers to the right, this might not have happened, and it might have been a different outcome. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section if you made it all the way to the very end. Remember to hit that like button. Follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, Overtone, Discord, all those fun things. Links are in the description below. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.